Hi guys, and welcome back to another Dot Race video, and today we're going to be playing MotoGP 22, and we're here in the Chang International Circuit for our Moto3 career mode. It's time for the Thailand GP. So here we are in pole position. We do have a chance of winning the World Championship today, so let's make it so. Cross into the first corner we'll go now, with Foggia making his way up on the inside, and John McPhee to the right hand side on board the Husqvarna. Look how close he was to the rear of Grant there, the championship elect rider right now, with the soft front and medium rear. So Foggia in the lead, Grant into second, McPhee and Sasaki just behind. So power setting 2 for this one, and if and only we require power setting 3, I will then use it, but for the time being, power setting 2 to keep the racing fair and keep the racing very, very intense. So to the right hand side there has been a crash here. Don't know who it was, we don't get to find out, but someone has gone down behind us into the third corner. But Foggia is doing exactly what he needs to do to keep this championship alive. It's a pretty much a damn... Oh, what a move around the outside into turn 4. Stunning move from Grant. But I tell you what, this is going to be a massive uphill battle for Dennis Foggia if he really thinks he can keep this championship alive. The only way for him to do it is to beat us, and for us to lose quite a significant amount of points. Of course, already an 80-point championship lead. It's pretty much curtains as it is, but we'll find out as this race progresses. 6 laps here in the Chang International Circuit, and your current World Championship leader is in the lead, or was in the lead, prematurely beaten by Foggia, went up with the inside. It was a very aggressive but fair move from Dennis Foggia, from Dennis the Menace, as we go to the left-hand side. The Rocket leads the way as we go into turn 10. Flick it to the right-hand side, holding it in 5th gear, bringing on the power, bringing on the acceleration, as well, and try and get the better of Foggia on the brakes into the final corner. So hard on the brakes will go as Mino, goodness me, like a bullet up on the inside of turn 12, helping out his compatriot. That was a lunge and a half for the young Italians. We'll now go into turn 1 once more, try and outbrake ourselves into the first corner, keeping it nice and tight to the apex, and slowly bringing on the power, slowly and surely bringing on the power. His teammate Kaita Toba behind us, of course, the resurgence from Kaita Toba, taking that second position last time out in Motegi just a few days ago. But now firm on the brakes to the right hand, of course the hardest braking zone, or at least one of the hardest braking zones in MotoGP, as Xavi Artigas has gone down behind us. The rider who was in 8th position has now ended his Grand Prix prematurely, so it's an early bath for Xavi Artigas. But now we go for the left-hand side after this long straight, and the more I play this track, the more I realise it's just straights. It's just a long straight here in the Chang International Circuit, but getting a bit out of shape, and a track limit warning for the man on board, the CIP Green Power KTM, running it in a little bit deep. Seems like the 3 riders ahead of us did the same as well, from Sasaki, Foggia and Mino. Seems John McPhee has dropped back a little bit, but he's still right in contention as Foggia goes a little bit out of shape. Grant was also out of shape, but Mino looking to take advantage of Foggia's mistake. Not quite strong enough, but Grant's up on the inside on the cutback ahead of Andrea Mino. Stunning move from the man on board the KTM, but to the right hand side, turn 9, getting close there as Foggia trying to cut back onto the track, and Grant gives him a bit of the don't argue, bit of a rubbing his racing as we just cut his nose off into the 11th corner. So Yumi Sasaki on board the Husqvarna is leading this Grand Prix for the time being. Hard on the brakes will go for the right-hander once more for turn 12. Luckily no would-be lunges and no crazy movements from any of the riders behind. Someone has gone down into the final corner, but again, looks like we're not going to find out whom it was. But to the right-hand side for turn 1, as we just keep it in 3rd gear, then slowly click up to 4th, 5th, and then maximum gear of 6th. But right now, in the slipstream of Sasaki, we are closing in rather rapidly. The gap has gone from 4 tenths down to 2.5 tenths, just ever so slightly coming out the slipstream, but we'll go extremely firm on the brakes for the 3rd corner. And look how much we will close in on Sasaki. Sasaki going wide. I like to go for the tighter apex here, and look at the difference as there's been another crasher into the 3rd corner. This is certainly opening the field up somewhat, as Foggia's still in 3rd position, so he still has aspirations and high hopes of keeping this Grand Prix alive, but a possible lunge around the outside for Fuera's style for Grant, not going to happen into this particular corner once again. But up on the inside, is this a lunge? It certainly is. Sasaki has been demoted, or has he? He's still trying not to yield the position just yet, as Sasaki goes back over the inside. Brilliantly done from #CrazyBoy. Yumi-san up on the lead, but for how much longer? It's going to be a little bit of contact with the Husqvarna and the KTM as we'll try and outbrake him going into turn 8. But Sasaki at this point of the Grand Prix, Oh, I felt that vibration in the controller go then. That was a bit of a scary moment, if I do say so myself. But to the left-hand side, Sasaki, so far, is looking pretty good. A very solid opponent right now in this competition, so major props to Ayumi-san. But we're going into the final corner, still can't outbreak Ayumi-san. He is doing absolutely fantastic in this particular Grand Prix, but picking up the slipstream with Sergio Garcia hot on our tails. It soon could be a three-man scrap, but for the time being we'll treat it as it is, as we are leading this one into the right-hand side for turn 1 as Sasaki goes really tight to the apex. You have to be so careful touching the apex there. Touching the rumble strip can really send you AWOL, and look at the speed we gained from not touching the rumble strip. Massive moment for us as we now make a move, make it so, make it done. We are now leading this Grand Prix into the right-hander for turn 3, and there is Ayumi Sasaki once again. Sasaki, brilliant competition in this one. Very much enjoying racing against Ayumi-san right now, but I am a little bit concerned with Sergio Garcia in third position. Foggia, Mino, Kaito, Toba, McPhee and Suzuki are all relatively close still, but anything can happen in MotoGP, and anything can happen in Moto3, of course, the most unpredictable championship within the 3 categories. But now to the left-hand side for turn 5. Run it a little bit wider and then bring it in nice and tight for the apex of turn 6, and then we're getting ready for the exchange for turn 7. Ayumi Sasaki is going to be right there, isn't he? Touching the rumble strip there is not a good idea. As you can see, we cut the corner ever so slightly and we really begun to lose time, but Ayumi Sasaki has now got the lead once again. Whoa, that got a little bit messy. Really a topsy-turvy performance there, because we thought he was going to go on the inside. Look at Foggia giving Garcia the big don't argue. I seen Garcia right there, and next thing you know, he was pushed off the screen. Amazing job from Dennis Foggia. This one seems to be, wow, what a tug of war this one has been, ladies and gentlemen. Battle of attrition right now here in the Chang International Circuit, as Mino is into third position. A podium beckons the young Italian. It's a massive moment. Kaito Toba has almost just clattered his teammate out of this Grand Prix. Toba went down, taking John McPhee with him, and almost the championship-elect rider within Matt Grant. That was too scary, and Sergio Garcia's now down. What on earth is going on for this particular Grand Prix? Look at that top 8 now. Suzuki, Masia, Moreira, and of course Ifan Otola. Just riders who were nowhere near there just a moment ago. Maybe Suzuki-san was, but my goodness, this one has really just kicked off in just a matter of seconds. Crazy scenario, and of course if we were taken out, yes, the championship is still a massive lead, but Foggia certainly would have had a chance to beat us, so it's something to think about. Speaking of the Italian, having a quick look behind him there just to see where his championship rival is, and of course if Grant did go down, of course as mentioned, the championship still goes on, but you never know. As Mino giving a bit of a gesticulation, so is Grant, not happy with a few moments just to go in the Foggia. Just a little slight nudge there to put me back onto the green. Well played from Dennis the Menace. But to the right hand side, it's going to be one winner out of these 4. 1.1 seconds separates Suzuki, so you better believe that it's going to be these 4 riders. We put the move up on the inside, and Mino pushing him wide into the 8th corner. Now it's our chance to really close in on Foggia. Did go for the power setting 3, just so we can close back in on this fight, and then of course from there, we will then drop it back down to power setting 2 if we get close enough. But Mino is, massive contact and a half there from Mino and Grant. That was a nasty collision going into the right hand there. Lord almighty, but we went extremely firm on the brakes. Look how good we are on the brakes when no one's hindering our performance. Across the line, it's a 1:41.670, so we were 1,000th of a second quicker than the lap, 3 laps ago? Pretty impressive stuff from the World Championship leader, and possibly right now as it stands, your brand new Moto3 World Champion. Whoa! Why did everyone go so slow? Sasaki just weaved for no apparent reason, and so did Dennis Foggia, and because of that, we have 0.5 of a second with power setting 3 enabled, going into the first actual real difficult part of the track, and that is of course turn 3. Foggia giving us a bit of a nudge there. Leopard Honda onto CIP Green Power KTM. Of course, that's a colour mix that probably wouldn't look that great, but I guess we're going to find it at the end of this Grand Prix. But Ayumi Sasaki-san is in danger. Doing around the outside, you better believe. Make it so, ladies and gentlemen. Championship ride here from Matt Grant. Of course, it's going to be the big prize on the end of this one. Chang International Circuit, the last winner to take victory in here for this Enter the World Championship, of course, was Marc Marquez. So, of course, adding to that one is certainly nothing to scoff about. It's certainly pretty amazing, but we are 0.3 of a second ahead of Denis Foggia. Is this it? Is this the killing blow for the World Championship? Is this the job well and truly done? How many fingers and toes and everything else is on that the trophy right now as Moreira's gone down? Foggia is actually closing in. Never mind about the trophy, ladies and gentlemen. Foggia is closing in. Foggia's closing in rapidly. Bit of power steering 3 just to help us in the final corner. Into turn 12, braking nice and calmly into the right-hand side. Foggia up at the inside. Oh, Foggia's down! Oh, carnage! Well, there's your championship, ladies and gentlemen. There is Ayumi Sasaki winning his first Grand Prix of the season here in the Chang International Circuit. Minio second and Grant in third. But my God, we just lost it. We had it. That was ours to win, and just in a matter of moments, Foggia kicked us off, and there we are in third position. I don't mind the third position, actually, our first third position in the whole year. Many podiums, but none of them have been third place. But that is going to be it, guys. What a hectic Grand Prix. So we'll look at the championship standings, and there it is, plain as daylight. Matt Grant is your Moto3 World Champion after 94 points clear from Foggia and 120 clear from Tatsuki Suzuki. So although Kaito Toba hit the dirt in this one, so did Denis Foggia, so the CIP Green Power KTM still lead the way in the sense of the team championship, but 13 points still behind for Leopard Racing. Literally anything could happen over these next few Grand Prix. But guys, that is it from me. We'll do the trophy celebration at the end of the season in Valencia, but for the time being, we are the new Moto3 World Champion, and I've got to say, it's been a brilliant season. I wish the AI didn't crash as much, but hey, it is what it is. I've had a blast, and still got plenty more to go before we declare where we're going for Moto 2. But guys, thank you very much for watching the video. I really hope you enjoyed it. If you did, let me know in the comment section down below, and I will see you in the next video. Ciao for now. Oh hi, didn't quite see you there. Good to see you're still here. If this video didn't quite set your appetite, then why not watch some more Dot.Race content by clicking the video shown on screen now. Furthermore, if you would like to follow me on social media, you can do so now with the links down in the description. Consider subscribing so you don't miss a single Dot.Race video.